Assalamu alaikum viewers and welcome to another episode of Idhr Ki. Guys, today we have a lot of interesting topics to cover and we would like to invite our viewers as well to reflect on them. आप लोग definitely हमारे जो comment section है उसमें अपने views भी बताया करें. What do you think was the whole thing about? What should have been done? And we would really appreciate your feedback as well. So please do put in your comments when you can. So guys, let's start off by talking about the Lux Style Awards. जी हाँ, Lux Style Awards का 21st edition अभी recently held हुआ है, लेकिन वहाँ पे भी काफ़ी controversy थी क्योंकि before the awards even happened, the nominations when they were announced did take people aback. क्योंकि उनमें एक nomination थी Feroze Khan की. जी हाँ, Feroze Khan was nominated for the Best TV Actor for Viewers' Choice category. अब ये सुन के a lot of well-known people in the industry completely were taken aback and they were shocked. उन्होंने अपना express किया their resentment towards this nomination and well-known names like Sharmeen Aboy-Chinoy and designer Mehr Jan have decided to actually return their awards that they got from this platform early on. Kyunki for Sharmeen, she said that she does not support hypocrisy because Lux Style Awards is known to actually speak for women empowerment. Or Mehr Khan has also said the same, that she cannot be part of a platform that is nurturing injustice. The interesting thing is that Lux Style Awards actually did come up with a statement. उनके कहने का ये था कि this was actually something that they are completely not involved in. They have no hold in it. It was a transparent and independent voting system जिसमें viewers की choice थी and they have no say in it. The thing is, when you come up with something like that, it just seems like a very childish way of covering something bad. अब ये है कि when you are part of an industry and you have been taking on this award initiative for such a long time, आपका एक नाम है, आपका एक brand है, तो definitely आपकी कोई policies होंगी, ठीक है, आपके कोई rules regulations होते हैं जिनकी criteria पे आप ये कि अपनी nominations रखते हैं. You know, there has to be some kind of eligibility on which nominations can be held and they have to be following a system. तो इसका totally blame viewers पे डाल देना, it just seemed very childish to me. I mean, I think they could have come up with a better statement than that. Of course, जब awards हो भी गए तो उसके बाद भी लोगों ने अपना गुस्सा show किया और ये कि the person in question was on cloud 9. He won the award, I guess, and he was, he was very much. वही बात है कि आप जब when you're looking into these kind of really huge platforms that are only going to glamorize a person who has been accused of something so serious, तो matter तो ये कि obviously it goes out of your hand. Some of the performers on the show like Usman Khalid Butt had actually had to issue his own statement कि वो क्यों ऐसे platform पे perform कर रहे थे जहाँ पे domestic abusers भी उनको भी ये कि नवाजा जा रहा है, उनको ये कि appreciate किया जा रहा है. And he actually said that this was one of the things he had asked them कि if he is going to perform, Feroze Khan should not be in attendance, and that is what he had been promised. So he made his statement clear. He made he cleared the air that this was something that was already decided. Otherwise, he would not have gone and performed at the award show. The problem is people still probably don't understand is that domestic abuse की accusation is a very very serious concern in this country. Pakistan में from 70 to 90% women are subjected to domestic abuse. One thing you should know is domestic abuse can be one of three forms. It can be physical, it can be mental, it can be emotional. So a woman who is being subjected to all three, that is unfortunately the case with Feroze Khan's ex-wife, as according to her statements, we are just letting these people go away with it. ठीक है? We are making it easy for them to adopt this kind of behavior in our society. और जब हम उनको ऐसे major platform पे glamorize करके awards दे रहे हैं, तो obviously for those women जो इस चीज़ को regularly face कर रही हैं, वो और मज़ीद अपने shell में घुसती जाएंगी. They won't be able to express themselves, they won't be able to come out. So we really need to reflect on this whole issue. So for an industry जहाँ पे काफ़ी competition है, we're talking about the music industry. ठीक है, we have a lot of new singers coming up. They have to create new songs, new beats. Obviously, the competition is there. But if you have the talent, you can definitely make your mark. लेकिन obviously it makes sense when you get inspiration from something or someone. ठीक है, influence होना, inspire होना, that's a good thing. It lets you bring out your own positivity. पर यहाँ पे एक बड़ा मसला बन गया. It is, I think, okay for our neighboring country to completely take on our songs and give it a inspirational new look as according to them. But what happens is कि वो बिल्कुल हमारे जो classic songs हैं, our national treasure, they completely ruin them in the process. आपने भी recently सुना होगा कि नाज़िया हसन का iconic song आप जैसा कोई मेरी ज़िंदगी में आए, that has been taken, I would say, torn apart by India once again. उनकी एक कोई upcoming film है, and the song has been picturized on Malaika Arora. So they have obviously given it a very sensual look. But the thing is कि for the love of God, please stop touching and ruining our classic songs, our national treasure. ये पहले भी हो चुका था अब्रारुल हक के song के साथ, and he actually spoke about it and said कि he's going to be taking it up in the court क्योंकि it was done without his permission, and as if that would have made a difference. It did not. अब उन्होंने ये है कि नाज़िया हसन, and no, who doesn't know Nazia Hassan, who has actually sung songs for Bollywood as well. So I feel like this was like another just, it was tip of the iceberg. Already we were pissed about it, and they went ahead and did something like this. So it just really bums you out कि एक होती है inspiration होता है और एक होता है इस किस्म का बिल्कुल चोरी कर लेना आपके classic songs and assume कि yeah, you know what, we will be able to get away with it. They have done it in the past and they have failed as well to create a mark. But then if you want to add some type of a masala look to it by having Malaika perform on it, you might think कि ठीक है, it's a whole new take on something which is actually very, very dear to us. But I'm sorry, it is not acceptable at all. And we really hope the producers are going to look into this matter क्योंकि अब social media पे इस चीज़ के बारे में काफ़ी शोर मचाया जा रहा है, and rightly so, I would say. Continuing our chat about our neighboring country, guys, first watch this little clip.
Such a derogatory manner.
No, you're just like my kid.
No, if a father says that, I disown him. No, it's not, sir. It's not. 26/11 was not funny. Islam terrorist is not funny. Being a Muslim in this country and facing all of this every day is not funny.
Just like my son.
No. Will you talk to your son like that?
My son, no.
Will you call him by the name of a terrorist?
No.
Khalas. How can you call him like that?
No problem.
In front of so many people in a class.
Sorry, I told you.
You're a professional. You're teaching.
Yeah, sorry. I told you.
You can't call me that.
Sorry, I told you.
Right? Sir, sorry doesn't change how you think or how you portray yourself here.
So what we have seen in this clip is a young Indian Muslim student being called a terrorist by his professor. जी हाँ, कर्नाटका में एक यूनिवर्सिटी है, वहाँ पे ये स्टूडेंट, इनकी ये वीडियो वायरल हुई है एंड फॉर द राइट रीजंस, जिसमें उनके प्रोफेसर ने उनको टेररिस्ट बुलाया. Now the thing is, the professor actually goes on and defends himself by saying it was a joke. So even if it was a joke, was it allowed to take on such a sensitive joke in a country जहाँ पे minorities are already facing such issues? And that is precisely what this young man is saying to the professor. He is absolutely not in the mood to take it on. He has a very serious tone to it, and he has spoken to the professor कि how can you consider it as a joke? Do you think the 26/11 incident was a joke? Do you think it's easy being a Muslim in this country and have to face this on a daily basis? You can regard it as in a humorous way? Of course, you cannot. Absolutely not. We already know the issues that this country is facing, the minorities in the country are facing. And then when you have an institute of education where the professors are supposed to be providing you education, ठीक है, आपका ये कि you are in the hands of these well-educated people जिनका पर्पज़ ही होना चाहिए कि सोसाइटी में टॉलरेंस बढ़ाए, अंडरस्टैंडिंग बढ़ाए, और वो इस तरह का जोक करें. आई मीन, हाउ इज़ दैट एक्सेप्टेबल? ऑफ कोर्स पीपल हैव स्पोकन अगेंस्ट इट, एंड इट वाज रियली गुड टू सी कि इंडिया के अपने जर्नलिस्ट और एक्टिविस्ट ने भी इसके बारे में बोला है, एंड दे हैव स्पोकन फॉर द यंग मैन एंड फॉर द माइनॉरिटीज़ कि दिस इज़ एब्सोल्युटली नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल. एंड में मेरे ख्याल से ये हुआ है, which has actually been stated by the university, is that the professor and the student talked it out and the issue has been resolved between them and he has issued an apology. The professor has issued an apology. लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से this whole matter should have been taken on a national level. जब इसकी वीडियो वायरल हो गई थी, the professor should have gone out and spoken to the public about it as well. He should have admitted his mistake. और वो ये कि इसकी अपॉलॉजी जो है दैट शुड हैव बीन ऑन टीवी, ताकि सबको पता चले कि दिस वाज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल. ही शुड हैव टेकन हिज वर्ड्स बैक. दे वर एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग. सो आई थिंक दैट इज द बेटर वे दैट दिस शुड हैव बीन हैंडल्ड. Acha ji, let's end on an interesting note. I was reading up yesterday how the Civil Aviation Authority has barred passengers traveling from Pakistan to Turkey to take betel nuts with them. अब betel nuts क्या है? I had no idea about it, so I did my little research. Betel nuts, interesting, are actually supari. Yes, हम जो बड़े शौक से शादियों पे और वैसे सर्दियों में या वैसे जो पान खाते हैं, उसके अंदर जो है बहुत ही जो छोटे छोटे आपका वो जो होता है नट्स होते हैं, उसको वैसे वो मिन्स करके डालते हैं, जिसको हम सुपारी कहते हैं. सो दिस हैज़ बिन बैंड टू बी टेकन टू टर्की फॉर द रीज़न कि वहाँ पे इसको एक ड्रग समझा जाता है. So please be careful when you're traveling to Turkey to not take it on as a snack. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't, but it's interesting to know that this is considered as a drug. Doing a little bit more research on it, I found out that it is in fact a stimulant drug. ठीक है? While it is a habit जो 2000 सालों से चलती आ रही है और ज़्यादा साउथ एशियन कंट्रीज़ में ही खाया जाता है betel nuts, again in the form of a pan. ठीक है? It's like a snack. It's not an actual nut. You cannot count it into the categories of almonds or cashews or whatever. लेकिन ये है कि the people who eat it, they tell that it's actually good for them. It's good when they have the condition of a dry mouth. लेकिन betel nuts are known to have रिस्क फैक्टर्स. ठीक है? आई मीन देयर आर लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज़ विद इट. एक तो ये है कि आपको इसकी एडिक्शन हो जाए, दैट इज़ गोइंग टू कॉज अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स विद यू. वन ऑफ द मेन इश्यूज़ इज़ कि इससे आपकी बॉडी में टॉक्सिक रिएक्शंस हो सकते हैं. टॉक्सिक रिएक्शंस होने से क्या होगा, आपकी जॉ मूवमेंट में इश्यूज़ होंगे. एंड देयर इज़ अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च बीइंग डन ऑन हाउ having this on a regular basis may lead to mouth cancer. So please, let's just cut out the habit. पान खाना छोड़ दें. मेरी तरफ से एक रिक्वेस्ट है आप लोगों के लिए. There are a lot of other things we can enjoy, a lot of snacks. Pakistan is a haven when it comes to chaskas. So please, let's just cut out betel nuts from our diet. Acha ji guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please join me again next week. And again, if there's anything you want me to talk about, highlight, do leave us your suggestions in the comments section. Thank you so much and have a great day.